Welcome to the 4th Standard English Medium Subject Maths Chapter 4 Tick 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 Part 2.
Hello everybody, how are you all today? Let's have some pre-task of our first video of the chapter number 4, right? The main topic which we learn is reading time. Reading time we are learning from the 2nd standard, even we learn in the 3rd standard. Okay, few things we had learned further ahead as we go in the standards. Right? O'clock and half past we learn in the 1st standard. Quarter past and quarter to we learn in the 2nd standards. Even we saw the minutes also in the 2nd standard, but more we saw in the 3rd standard. Right? We learn to write the time in the 2 ways in the 3rd standard. We learn about minutes past, minutes to also. Right? When the you can see that the 4 markings are there, right, between the 2 each numbers everywhere. Okay, so these equal markings are divided equally into 5 divisions and it shows everywhere 5 minutes. Suppose at the one, it starts from 12 as a 0. So the first one after 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, and at the 1 we have 5 minutes. At 2, 10 minutes, at 3, 15 minutes, at 4, 20 minutes, at 5, 25 minutes, at 6, 30 minutes, at 7, 35 minutes, at 8, 40 minutes, at 9, 45 minutes, at 10, 50 minutes, at 11, 55 minutes, and at 12, 60 minutes. If you all remember, then this is the table of 5, right? Okay, even we learned that 12 hours are of day and 12 hours are of night. We saw that 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. When the big minute hand it's complete its one rotation, we have 60 minutes, or we can say it have 1 hour. When the minute hand completes its one rotation, the small hand 1 hour moves from the one number to the second number. Okay? And in the 1 minute we have 60 seconds. I told you about this, that there are between the two numbers it is equally divided by 5 with the 4 markings, right? Okay, now let's have our main topic of today's video. What we are going to learn is concept of AM and PM. AM and PM, what is that? Do you all remember this thing? Many of them have said me that madam it is a morning, evening, this kind of things. Yes, it's a morning, evening, but how? Let's see that. If you all know, then suppose it's a 7 o'clock of the morning, right? In the evening also you have 7 o'clock. 2 times in a day you have the same time. Right? Once in the morning and second at the night. It means when the big overhand, small hand is there, right? It completes a one rotation. At that time 12 hours get over. You can see the second point is there. One circle of hours, it completes 12 hours. If I will show you in a clock, fine. Then let me show that when the small hand is over 12, and it comes here, then later on here, and in this way when it completes its whole one round, it means your 12 hours are completed. Okay, in a day a clock completes 2 circles of 12 hours, means 2 times that small hand completes its round. Okay, hence there are 24 hours in a day. Look, you got a reason. You can say to someone, you can ask to someone this question, that how 24 hours came in a day, right? If you know, then you are very intelligent. If you remember, then you will become smart also. And by this, you can ask to others also in this way. Okay, let's see ahead. AM for the time after 12 midnight and before 12 noon. Okay, midnight means at night 12 o'clock, right? And before 12 noon means at this time 12 noon, we are having our lunch of the next day. Suppose today at 12 o'clock of night, today's night, okay? So today's night 12 o'clock up to tomorrow's morning, daytime, when you have your lunch, at that time's 12 o'clock. They are called, that is AM, 12 hours, okay? Then PM for the time after 12 noon and before 12 midnight. Now PM, you had your lunch, right? So after, at that time of 12 o'clock up to the night 12 o'clock. Okay, so that is PM. Suppose for example, let's see here, 7:15 in the morning is, what we can write it? 7:15 as the morning. So we can say that 7:15 morning time, it is AM. Okay, and the same time in the evening is 7:15 PM. Clear this thing? Another thing, suppose instead of 7, I can say that 11:20 AM, and here 11:20 PM. This 11:20 PM means of night to 11:20 PM. Okay, remember this thing. And this 11:20 AM means morning time. Okay, clear? This thing, remember that. This concept, remember it. Okay, you can see there's some few pictures I have drawn to make you to understand it very easily. Fine. AM. Now what is the AM? What is the full form of AM? It is anti-meridium. What it is? Anti-meridium. Remember the words and the pronunciation. Okay. PM means post-meridium. Clear? You can see the sun over here. I have done with at the place where I wrote AM means anti-meridium. At that time I have drawn the sun, means a daytime. Post-meridium, it means it's a night time, right? Clear this thing? Let's have the last main point. The day starts after 12 midnight and ends at the next midnight. It means, suppose today at night you are sleeping, okay? You can say that today's night 12 o'clock, okay? Oh, sorry. O'clock up to next midnight before 12 o'clock means at 11:59. Your day is one day. Got it? Your date gets changed at night 12 o'clock. Yes. Suppose today the date it is, which date today? 7th date, right? So the 7th date will be over at today's night 12 o'clock, means at when you will sleep today night. At that time, at 12 o'clock of night, the date will become 8 o'clock. Yes, date changes at midnight, next midnight. Fine. Let's have few examples regarding that how you can do that convert. What you can write it. Write AM or PM for the given time. Fine. So the first one, you can say that okay, 8:23 in the morning. So what will be the answer? 8:23 a.m. or p.m.? Where 8 morning means what it will be? Sun or moon? You can see. What you can see? Sun or moon? Sun. So it will be a.m. Okay? a.m. Same thing. 8:23 in the night. What would be the answer? 8:23 p.m. Your lunch time. Your lunch time. Right? We have our lunch time at the noon. So we can see that 12 p.m. Yes. At 12 it gets changed, right? Noon 12 o'clock. Your time you have to change it off as a p.m. Suppose your breakfast time. It will be around 7 o'clock or 7:30, right? So I'm writing here 7:30 a.m. or p.m. Breakfast means morning. So it will be a.m. Number 5. Your dinner time. When we have our dinner, at day or at night? At night, right? So I can say that 8:30 p.m. Clear these things? This kind of questions I am going to give you in the worksheets also. Okay? So you have to write that thing. Clear? So this is the today's topic of ours. Thank you.